There's a kind of pain that doesn't scream. It doesn't crash through doors or demand attention. It settles in like fog, creeping into the spaces between words left unsaid, in the silences where voices used to laugh. It lives in the corners of your heart, in the rooms you've long stopped entering because they remind you too much of what used to be. That's where mine lives now. Not in the dramatic moments, not in fights or slamming doors, but in the quiet ache of knowing I did this. I made it hurt like this. I made you feel like this. And if I could go back, if I could stand in front of you one last time and say everything I was too afraid to say before, I would start by telling you this. You were never the reason I fell apart. Not even close. I walked into my own darkness with both eyes open. I built walls around myself long before I met you, brick by brick, until I forgot what it felt like to let someone inside. And yet somehow you found a way through. Somehow you saw something in me I couldn't see in myself. You saw the good. And instead of reaching toward that light, I turned away. I let my fears speak louder than your love. I let my insecurities drown out your kindness. I let my silence replace the conversations we needed to have. And every time you reached for me, I pulled further away. Not because I didn't care, because I did. So much that it scared me. Because loving you meant facing myself, and I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to admit that I was the problem. That I was the one who couldn't stay soft in the presence of something pure. You gave me the kind of love people dream of. Patient, unwavering, full of grace. You loved me when I didn't deserve it. When I was cold, you stayed warm. When I was cruel, you responded with compassion. When I was distant, you waited. And waited. And waited. You gave me chance after chance, believing that somewhere beneath all the mess, there was a version of me worth holding on to. But I couldn't rise to meet you there. I couldn't stop breaking things. Breaking promises. Breaking your trust. Breaking your heart. And the worst part, I made you believe it was your fault. I made you question whether you were enough. Whether you were trying hard enough. Loving hard enough. Whether maybe you were too much or not enough or just wrong somehow. And I'm so sorry for that. I'm so sorry for letting you carry that weight. For making you think that silence was closure. For leaving you in confusion, in uncertainty, in pain. And walking away like it didn't matter. Like you didn't matter. But you did. You always did. You were everything I wanted and nothing I knew how to keep. You were the calm in my chaos. The warmth in my cold. The voice that reminded me I was still human, still capable of love, still worthy of being seen. And I shut that out. I chose isolation over intimacy. Pain over peace. My own reflection over your love. I don't know why I did it. Maybe because I was scared. Maybe because I didn't know how to receive something so beautiful without destroying it. Maybe because I thought I deserved to suffer. Or maybe because I didn't believe I could change, so I made sure you'd eventually walk away first. Whatever the reason, it doesn't excuse it. Nothing does. And now, years later, I sit here carrying the weight of everything I never said. Every apology I owed you. Every moment I should have held you closer instead of pushing you away. And I wonder if you've healed. If you've found someone who knows how to hold your love gently. Someone who sees your light and leans into it instead of hiding from it. Hope you have. Pray you have. 'Cause no one deserves that more than you. If you remember anything from us, I hope it's not the silence. I hope it's not the pain. I hope it's not the confusion or the doubt or the nights you spent wondering what you could have done differently. Please don't carry that. Don't let that be your takeaway. You did nothing wrong. You were not too much. You were not difficult. You were not the problem. I was the one who couldn't face himself in the mirror. I was the one who couldn't handle love unless it came with conditions. I was the one who ran from peace because I didn't know how to live in it. You offered me safety, and I mistook it for suffocation. You offered me stability, and I confused it with control. You offered me your whole heart, and I treated it like something I could put down and walk away from whenever it got too heavy. But hearts aren't meant to be discarded, especially yours. And now, I carry the guilt of knowing that I was the reason you broke. Not the world. Not life. Not some grand tragedy. Me. I was the reason you doubted yourself. I was the reason you cried alone. I was the reason you questioned your worth. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forgive myself for that. Because you were always enough. More than enough. You were the kind of person I wish I'd become. You were the standard I failed to meet. You were the love that taught me what real compassion looks like. Even when I didn't deserve it. So if you're hearing this now, wherever you are, whoever you've become, I want you to know. You were never the reason I walked away. I walked away from myself. From my fear. From my pain. From the parts of me I couldn't fix. But I took you with me in the silence. I dragged you into my shadows. And for that I am endlessly sorry. You were the light. And I didn't know how to stop living in the dark. But I hope you do. I hope you shine brighter every day. I hope you love again, freely and fully, without hesitation. I hope you find someone who knows how to hold your hand and never let go. Someone who builds you up instead of breaking you down. Someone who sees you, truly sees you, and chooses you over and over again. Because you were never the reason I broke. But I became the reason you did. And I'll carry that truth with me forever. Thank you for listening. Thank you for loving me when I couldn't love myself. And thank you for showing me what real love looks like, even if I was too broken to hold it. Goodbye, and I'm sorry. Forever.